day. Trying to get out of bed is the first thing. I'm not a morning person at all. I get out of bed, have something to eat real quick, grab the dogs, get in my car and take off for work. This is a pretty heavy day. First thing we'll be doing is meeting with my client. I'm having a meeting with them about a book that we're going to be shooting for spring. Then at 1 o'clock I have a shoot to do for Prismatique, and they manufacture high-end office furniture. And then at 5:30 there's 2 actors arriving that are in the show Queer as Folk that's filmed here in Toronto. And I'm photographing them for Out magazine in the States. So it should be a full day, but it should be pretty fun. How did I get started? I started at OCA, which is Ontario College of Art. And after my second year, I took a year off and lived in Europe, mostly in London, England. And that's really where I decided to get into photography, because at that time, it was kind of the mid to late 80s, and the photography that was coming out of London, The Face was fairly new, and Arena magazine had just started up. I just felt that it was something I could do as a career that was creative, but you could also make a living off of. I had already started becoming relatively successful here in the city, and then when Wallpaper started, I started shooting for them. Things changed quite a bit as far as people exposure more than anything. People seeing my work in Europe and in the States, which was great for me. This is Nick, one of my assistants. He's going to be helping me today. So he's coming early to start getting the set ready for the shoot this afternoon. This is the larger studio. We have a smaller studio on the other side, but this is the daylight studio. Upstairs is our offices. This is where I store all my negatives and prints, archival area all along this wall. My office is over there. This is kind of our boardroom table area where we'll have meetings with the clients.
Okay.
Why don't we talk about concept, and then we'll go on to locations.
So, girl, boy, private label, a relaxed elegance.
I understand.
Nothing forced.
Great format. I got into photography with no expectations, really. I mean, obviously I had ambitions of what I wanted, but I never thought I'd have a studio or like this size, or, you know, when you're young and you're in school and you look at those things, they seem so unattainable. But years of perseverance, you eventually get there.
Lift up on the side.
But isn't she lovely too?
I think she's stronger. So do I.
That's fine. I'm fine. I love her.
We're just getting things ready in the studio for the shoot. Basically, I've done 2 other ads for these people before. The first one was a couple basically about to have sex on a boardroom table. Today we're shooting a woman who's going to be changing the diapers on a baby on the boardroom table. So we're waiting for the hair and makeup, and then we'll light it, and we'll start doing Polaroids. The client's just arrived, so we're going to go over the clothes with him now.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
So this is Jonathan. He's the art director for the shoot that we're doing today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring him in, show him the set. Are you okay with the background color?
Yeah.
We can shoot it any way you want. I was envisioning it as being a very symmetrical this time.
Yeah, like straight catching the middle section.
And we were just looking at clothes. This is George's favorite. It's kind of a little graphic, and she might stand out more, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I probably got hired for this job because of my interiors work. But because my interiors work with wallpaper, that's good. Interiors work with models. In a scenario like this, it's all about composition, getting the elements of the set right, because the bottom line is you're selling a table. And then the person comes in as the kind of playful element. It's interesting because it's furniture, but it's not furniture shot in a traditional way. It's nice when you had your watch and you're kind of looking out of the corner of your eye. That's good. You know when you cradled her and you were really low to her?
All right, fashion file.
I'm stressing.
Randy Harrison and I are doing a photo shoot for the cover of Out magazine. It's the Out 100, from what I understand. The 100 most high-profile, openly gay people.
The boys are just trying on some outfits for the second part of the day. These two are the stars of the Showtime show, Queer as Folk. So for this, the magazine suggests that we shoot on location somewhere, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to shoot them in this sort of stuffy, sort of conservative English Victorian almost way.
Get it! Oh! Dirty, dirty, bad.
This is the last stop. This is the location for the second part of the Queer as Folk shoot for Out. Hopefully we won't take too long, but you never know. So we'll see. There's a dog here. Hello. I think this is good. I totally feel it. Yeah. Why don't we start here, see how it looks. You know what? Let's put the chair on the other side because the light is going to be from this way. I try and take my fashion on location. I really prefer location work for fashion, for portraiture, overall. I think there's an element of the unknown that always presents itself to you when you're in those situations, and you can get unexpected things to happen. That's amazing. Now, whether or not people could look at my work and immediately say, oh yeah, that's Chris Chapman's work, I'm not sure. I think that over the last 3 or 4 years, more and more you can tell what my work is. I think that that's something I'm always going to be working on and always trying to define. And sometimes it's not until you really lay all your work out, you pick out the stuff that you like the best, and you sort of start to see, and then you can start to hone your style into that direction. I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. We've gotten everything the way we want it to be, and now we're just working on pose and expression and the feeling of the shot. Okay, last roll. This is the last roll. Okay, that's good. Last roll, that's it. I was honest. I'm very happy with what we did. I think the location was great. The guys were great. They were into it. You never know until you see the film, so I never want to say everything went great until I see the film, but I feel very good about what happened. And that's what you're always looking for, make sure everybody's happy and you're happy too, and that happened today, so it was good.